may be helpful, which is helpful actually, which we never hear these things, is that when you put off the light, and then the put off light meaning like the candlelight flames, the flames when you put off this, number one, and then even if somebody is not, of course, always I would prefer to be vegetarian and encourage others to be also vegetarian. And if you happen to be non-veg, then it is encouraged not to eat the tongues of the animals. And then the putting off the light by blowing, discouraged. The reason behind this is very subtle, and we will not get any idea as to how it works. Only when your mind, when you practice, when you learn how to see your mind, how the mind works in a very subtle form, you see that, say, our psyche, they're all connected with what we do. And because of this, the blowing the light in a way, this is symbolic of the wisdom. And then you, with your, say, the recitation of the mantras, you use these mantras, they're meant to enrich you with your spiritual realization, spiritual calmness, to get away from the affliction and so forth. And then the blowing, whatever mantra that you recite with this, you blow to the light. This, like, using one positive phenomena, the positive virtues, to get rid of another virtue. So therefore, we don't blow. We just somehow you make it happen that the light is extinguished without blowing. And the tongue. So, we give teachings. We would communicate the thoughts, how to articulate your thoughts by exchanging. This all happen through your tongue. Without the tongue, you cannot articulate. You cannot think. So if you say, for example, if you harm somebody else, equal and the opposite reaction happens. There's a law of karma. So likewise, when you eat somebody else's tongue, this is psychologically you are affected, that you disregard somebody else's tongue. Somebody else's extremely important feature. So therefore, the best is vegetarian, to be vegetarian. It's the best thing. And if at all you can't be, then you can be because it makes sure that some people, they enjoy eating the tongue of the meat or the animal, whatever. So that is to be avoided. This is just extra information, but this will make sense to us only when you and me, with your own, this is the years of observing your mind, how the mind interacts, not only observing plus information, extremely sophisticated information. For this, you need to have the capacity to process them. For example, like to process the very subtle softwares, you need to have the very sophisticated hardware. Without the sophisticated hardware, you cannot process these softwares. So likewise, this information, we require the extremely sophisticated hardware, which we have to train in this life. And then this information will be extremely invaluable information for us in your spiritual journey. Okay. Yes. Okay, so basically, let's make it very simple. Say, try best. Number one, stay away from deliberately, intentionally harming the animals. Number one, animals, and including your mother. We easily shout at the mother. We talk about the, not harming others, vegetarian, and so forth. Meanwhile, your mother you disregard. So this is where we go wrong. And for the animals, like insects and so forth, yes, make sure that stay away from harming them. So where possible, just take them up, keep them to a safe place. This is very important. Even if it takes some time, we have to do that. We have to do that. And in case, as Mother just said, accidentally you're taking a shower and an insect come and it died. Recite Ye Dharma mantra. Recite Ye Dharma mantra for the insect to discover the reality of cause and effect. And then apply this cause and effect to bodhicitta. Recite the bodhicitta verse. With the spirit, then the insect should realize the emptiness. Recite the emptiness verse. These three things combined together, give it to the insect and let it be connected with the complete Dharma in the next life. Good.
And just do a quick scan to see whether there are any parts of your body that need a little bit of extra attention. If so, just breathe into them and relax. And with your in-breath, make sure your stomach comes out. And with your out-breath, just let go of anything you may be holding on to this morning and just completely relax. And now from this quiet space, we set our motivation, which has three parts. The first is the refuge field. So we visualize sitting on a beautiful lotus and moon cushion, Shakyamuni Buddha, one face, two hands, wearing the robes, surrounded by all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, and looking at each one of us with great love and compassion. So just take a few minutes to feel the presence, the live presence of Shakyamuni Buddha, looking at us like a mother would her only child. And surrounding us is the bodhicitta field. On the left-hand side is our mother and all female sentient beings from the 6 realms. On the right-hand side is our father and all male sentient beings from the 6 realms. So we are leading them all in this practice without excluding a single sentient being. And then third is the purpose of the practice. We recognize how fortunate we are that we didn't die last night, and we are here this morning to go over the prayers and to do the meditations so as to remove the dirt that has been with us for countless eons, the dirt of afflictive obscurations and cognitive obscurations, so that we may progress along the path by revealing the light within and attaining fearlessness and complete happiness, ultimate happiness, for the benefit of each and every sentient being. So keeping that in mind, let us turn to page 3. Page 3. And as we recite the verses, let us mentally invoke their profound meanings and associated experiences. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Taking refuge and generating bodhicitta, first in English. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sangye chodan sogi chognam la jangju bardu dani kyapsuchi dagi jinso gipe sognam ki drola pencher sangye drupar shog. Sangye chodan sogi chognam la jangju bardu dani kyapsuchi dagi jinso gipe sognam ki drola pencher sangye drupar sho. Sangye chodan sogi chognam la jangju bardu dani kyapsuchi dagi jinso gipe sognam ki drola pencher sangye drupar sho. Independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, and no sameness. I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme among all teachers, the one who taught this peace, which is freed of elaborations. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, which through the knowledge of all lead hearers seeking pacification to complete peace, which through the knowledge of paths causes those helping migrators to achieve the aims of the world, and through the possession of which helps subduers expound a variety of teachings. The one who has transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings, the teacher, Sugata, and protector, to you I make prostrations. The one who has illuminated the web of conceptualizations and is endowed with the divine bodies of the vast and the profound, who eternally shines forth the forever noble light rays, to you, the Buddha, I make prostrations. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I generate the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. The essence of the dependent origination mantra. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava hetun te shantata hevadat te shanchayo niroda evam vadi mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava hetun te shantata hevadat te shanchayo niroda evam vadi mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava hetun te shantata hevadat te shanchayo niroda evam vadi mahashramanaye swaha. Meaning of the Tendral Ningpo mantra. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation of the causes as well is taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear light and non-composite. Such is the nectar-like Dharma I have discovered. Finding no one to fathom this teaching, in silence I will retire into the woods. Beyond utterance, thought, and expression is the perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unceased, and has the nature of space. It is the object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas of the three times, I pay obeisance. The four seals of Buddha's teachings. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are in the nature of suffering. All phenomena are of the nature of emptiness and selflessness. Transcending sorrow is peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dharma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha. The Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, you liberate all beings of miseries. I beseech you to kindly remain and give teachings until the end of the expanse of billions of eons. The Buddha does not wash the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realizations are not transferred to them. It is by teaching the truth of suchness that beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. Instructions on parting from the four attachments. If you are attached to this life, you are not a spiritual practitioner. If you are attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If you are attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, you do not have the view. Page 1414. Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the four destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme amongst humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like a spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust-free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparable, wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the Tathagata, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the Sangha, I prostrate. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a visual aberration, a flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the four of false, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Page 2929. The Heart Sutra, the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. I prostrate to the Arya Triple Gem. Thus did I hear at one time. The Buddha was dwelling on massive Vulture's Mountain in Rajagriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Buddha was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound illumination. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound illumination of wisdom and beheld those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara: how should any child of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom train? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Sharadvati Putra: Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly beholding those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty. Emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are empty, without characteristic, unproduced, unseized, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No visual form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no object, and no phenomena. There is no I element, and so on, up to and including no mind element, and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, up to and including no aging and death, and no extinction of aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation, and path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration and thus without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the endpoint of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly, completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as truth since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared, Tayata Om Gate Gate Para Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Swaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Buddha arose from that concentration and commended the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage. It is like that, it is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoice. The Buddha having thus spoken, the Venerable Sharadvati Putra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, Arya Avalokiteshvara, those surrounding in their entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas, were overjoyed and highly praised that spoken by the Buddha. This completes the Arya Bhagavati Prajnaparamita Hridaya Sutra. Tayata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha Teata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swateata 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 Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swateata. By the teachings of the three supreme jewels, possessing the power of truth, may inner and outer hindrances be transformed. May they be dispelled. May they be non existent. May they be pacified. May all negative forces opposed to the Dharma be completely pacified. May the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from problems and conditions harmful to the Dharma. May all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma. May auspiciousness and perfect happiness pervade this place now. Page 3535. 8 verses for training the mind by Geshe Langri Thangpa. With a determination to achieve the highest aim for the benefit of all sentient beings, which surpasses even the wish-fulfilling gem, may I hold them dear at all times. Whenever I interact with someone, may I view myself as the lowest amongst all, and from the very depths of my heart, respectfully hold others as superior. In all my deeds, may I probe into my mind, and as soon as mental and emotional afflictions arise, as they endanger myself and others, may I strongly confront them and avert them. When I see beings of unpleasant character and those oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, may I hold them dear, for they are rare to find, as if I have discovered a jeweled treasure. When others, out of jealousy, treat me wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself the defeat and offer to others the victory. When someone whom I have helped or in whom I have placed great hopes mistreats me in extremely hurtful ways, may I regard him still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself all hurts and pains of my mothers. May all this remain undefiled by the stains of the 8 mundane concerns, and may I, recognizing all things as illusions, devoid of clinging, be released from bondage. Lama Tsongkhapa's Lamrim Dedication Prayer, verse 1. From my 2 collections, vast a space, that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose mind's wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. The 7-limb practice, excerpt from the King of Prayers, the extraordinary aspiration of the practice of Samantabhadra. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri. You, the Buddhas, the lions amongst humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future, in the worlds of 10 directions, to all of you, with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every particle are Buddhas numberless as particles, each amidst a host of bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of the Buddhas and celebrate all of you Sugatas. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense, I offer to you, victorious ones, the Buddhas. Fine dress and fragrant perfumes, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array, I offer to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done, with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and ignorance, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all the merit of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here is still training and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of the worlds in 10 directions, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening, all you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request, you who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for eons numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight merit I may have accumulated by making prostrations, offering and confessing, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddhas stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for the full awakening of all beings. The short mandala offering, page 40, first in Tibetan. Sashi ki chu me to tram ri ra bling zi ni de gen pa di Sangye Zingdu Mikte Ulwai Drokun Namadag Jingla Choparsho. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon, I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. The 4 dharmas of Venerable Gampopa, may I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the dharma. May I be blessed that my dharma practice is on the proper path. May I be blessed that the path is freed of flaws. May I be blessed that the flaws are seen in the light of exalted wisdom. The 4 dharmas of Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva, becoming utterly frustrated with the ignorance that grasps at true existence, please bless me to generate genuine renunciation, seeing all aspects of samsara as viciously repulsive. Please bless me that my mind stream overflows with a precious bodhicitta that cherishes others more than myself. Please bless me to have an immaculate experience of the wisdom of emptiness that does not see even an atom of intrinsic reality, on the basis of understanding how things come into being by dependent origination through mere conditioning. Please bless me that my mind stream overflows with the precious wisdom of the non-duality of bliss and emptiness. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryata Yami. The Foundation of All Good Qualities by Lama Tsongkhapa. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to the Guru is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon the Guru with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly, day and night, takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of virtuous and non-virtuous karmas follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativity, and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Samsaric splendors are unsatisfying and unreliable. Seeking them is the door to all suffering. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate a strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teachings is keeping the Pratimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother migratory beings. Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop bodhicitta, but I don't practice the three types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I have pacified distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding and special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the two attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya, as I have become firmly convinced of this. Please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the two stages, the essence of Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice it have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. So we'll recite the meaning of the Miksema verse first, followed by the Miksema verse itself. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, destroyer of hordes of demons without exception, Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sages of the land of snows, Losangdrapa, at your feet I make prostrations. Mig me ze we ter chen re zig dri me ken pe wam pu jam pelya Ganchen kepe zugen song kapa lozang drape zabla zolvade mig me zewe te Rezig dreame kenpe Wampu Jampelyong Ganchen Kepe Zugen Songkapa Lozang Drape Zabla Zoade Migmezewe der chen rezig dreame kenpe wampu jampelyong Ganchen kepe zugen so kapa lozang drape jabla zoa.
Okay. Now generating the mind of consequent yoga, for which 4 parts. The first, the shamatha meditation, renunciation, bodhicitta, the wisdom of emptiness, followed by taking the action bodhicitta vow. Okay, first shamatha practice, 5 minutes. Ready? Okay, I think what we do is that for if we, because that here you're more serious in ways of your practice, so we will do that for a long term, say the long time practice, a single point of meditation or any practice, just sitting meditation. The tendency is that we can have the backache problem. It can happen for the people with the sedentary lifestyle. You can have backache problem. So to solve the problem, we do physical exercise, a little bit of physical exercise, and then the breathing plays a very important role. Breathing, the correct breathing makes it gives oxygen to the whole body, and then the whole body becomes so say pliable and the serviceable for the practice, and it makes the mind very fresh and alert, and then followed by the breathing meditation. First physical exercise, then breathing exercise, breathing meditation. Okay, ready? Okay, so since we don't do this before, the physical exercise. This is very good for those who have the physical, not the physical pain, the backache problem. Okay. So first of all, what you do is that we hold our two knees, with the two arms straight, hold your two knees, and make sure that there's enough space between two people. Okay. So then what we do, is that your right shoulder, while the two arms are straight, your right shoulder should get in, and then when the right shoulder gets in, the left arm can be a little bend is fine. Okay, so right shoulder in like this. Just try it. Right shoulder in. Can you do that? Okay, look at me. Look at the difference. Do you see the difference? Like this or like this? You're getting it? It's not like this. It's like this. Right shoulder in. Then right shoulder, try to bring it as close to the left knee as possible. 3 times. And your head till the stretch to the opposite side. 1 up. Again. 2. 3. Good. Now sit up. Left shoulder in. Oh, I think it's so good. Very good. Yeah. Okay. Left shoulder in. Left shoulder and your right knee as close as possible 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. How many of you feel a little pleasant pain? Pleasant pain. Huh? Some kind of pain, but it's very pleasant. You feel it? Like stretching? You feel that? That's very good. Okay. Let's do this once more. Right? 3 times. 1, up. 2, 3. Okay, Paramji, you're doing so good. Wow. Okay, now left. Left. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, this stretching, how often you do that, you have to watch your own experience. You're getting it? Watch your experience. Sometimes if you do too frequent, it may not be good. But when you feel the back tired and that whatever position you upright is a pain, then back rest, it gives more pain. It gives okay, a little relaxation. But in sitting up, it's a little painful. Somewhere you feel the mind is little unpleasant. So there you do this exercise. This will greatly help us. Okay, good. This is the physical exercise. Good. Then the next, the breathing exercise. Okay. Okay, for the breathing exercise, bring your 2 hands out and the 2 thumbs inside. Wrap the 2 thumbs with the fingers upside down. In other words, you make a fist out of this. So when you do it on your own, you don't do like this. You do it directly. Put it on your knees and the 2 arms straight. 2 arms straight. Okay. So with this, then from the knees you pull through your knees, legs, ribs, and then by the time it reaches the armpit level, then you throw it in front. But don't throw it too strongly. In 2-3 days time, again you will have muscle pains. Let's do it again. Okay, knees, legs, ribs, and then to your left, throw both the fists on your left like this. And your right fist should go under the left armpit, little forceful like this. Okay, good. And the hand straight, not like this, straight, and then let go of the first finger, index finger out, and with the hindsight back of the block your right nostril, and take deep breath. Put your hand on your knee, breathe out. Again, take a deep breath. Good. Again, fist on your knees, straight arms, then Shirabla, straight arms, straight. Okay, good. No. Good. Pull to your right side. Let go of first index finger. Block your left nostril. Take 3 breaths. Okay, again, on your knees, pull and put in your knees. Breathe through both nostrils. Good. So when you breathe in, as Petra in his instructions said, when you breathe in, make sure that your tummy goes out. We explained it this here in this retreat. We explained? Ah, good. Okay. We did this already? This whole exercise. Good, good, good. When? The first day. Then? Huh? In the middle. Only once. Okay. Okay. So this is the breathing. This is known as the 9-round breathing exercise. Okay, you want to do it again? Okay. Now straight away. No need to do like this. Straight away on your knees. Yeah, pull. Once more. Pull. Left nostril. Once more. Good. Okay, next, the breathing meditation. Shamatha practice, 5 minutes. Ready? Particularly be mindful with the 2 arrows meditation. Don't close your eyes and backbone upright, not leaning against the support. And identify the errors, 2 errors, mental laxity, and the excitement, and the 2 remedies, mindfulness, introspection, and mindfulness. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, what is next? Renunciation. With instruction, without instruction. Yesterday, what was it? Yesterday with. So today without. Tomorrow with. Tomorrow is the last day. Yeah. Okay. So today without, and just see how you can manage, right? Don't just enjoy the moment, right? Nice. No, nobody's talking, right? And then, yeah, something's happening, right? Don't go like this. This is analytical meditation. Actually, both sides are very important, cognitive activation, and the stability, the single pointed stabilization. Both are equally important. Particularly, what transforms the mind is the cognitive activity. You're getting it? Cognitive, not just any cognitive, but virtuous cognitive activity. So for that, it's a very say when you do this practice, if you succeed in this, one indication is that at the end of the meditation, you feel tired because cognitively you're extremely active. Major part of your the food that you take in, the energy that's consumed by the brain. When you think, when you don't think, it's fine. Nothing is, then it's okay. If you think, the brain consumes a lot of energy, you'll feel tired, you'll feel exhausted. Okay, so already, and also try on the third seal. What is the third seal? Everything is the nature, empty and self-existence. All phenomena are nature, empty and self-existence. Even that you will do it on your own. We'll all do it on our own. You're getting it? And then by the for the after the bodhicitta, then is the emptiness. That I will give a quick instruction. But the four seals we'll do it on our own. Right? Okay, good. Renunciation. Renunciation is to renounce miseries, not renounce happiness. To renounce the miseries, we need to know how to renounce causes of miseries, which the Buddha indicated, which the Buddha taught. Ye dharma hetu prabhava, hetum desham tathagato hyavatat. And what are the causes? The Buddha identified the ignorance as the root of the causes of the miseries. And this ignorance, it has many layers. The Buddha identified, particularly the Buddha identified four of them. To counteract these four misconceptions or ignorances, Buddha taught the four seals. The first, all composite things impermanent. all contaminated things are suffering nature. Everything is nature, emptiness, selflessness. Transcending source, absolute peace. generate this aspiration, the renunciation aspiration to abide in this experience of emptiness in a very stable, confident way, whereby in the experience in the vast expanse of this emptiness, all the miseries, disturbance, sickness, aging, death, tension, just all the undesirable things dissolve. All the mental agitations dissolve. You transcend sorrow. This is absolute peace. Okay, slowly come out of this practice. Take a moment, rest. So before we switch to bodhicitta. Okay, raise your hands, those who are able to follow the steps, like the 5 steps of emptiness or the 4 essentials, whichever that you're able to follow the steps of emptiness. Raise your hands. Emptiness comes to your mind, but I'm not asking. If you're able to follow these steps which we learn, raise hands. They say no. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Not thinking of emptiness. What happened? Okay, don't worry. What is important is the first. Don't think of wow, emptiness, amazing, goosebumps coming. Don't expect that. First, see if you can follow the steps, either the 4 essentials or the 5 steps which we did. The best would be 4 essentials. 4 essentials, they come from very standard teachers. 5 steps, I designed it to make it easy for the people. You're getting it? The best is go for the 4 essentials if you can. If you cannot, then to make it quick, the 5 steps. 5 steps very quick. At least follow the steps, even though emptiness may not come. Don't worry. 5 steps, and then this will help us to build the stability with the analysis. Stability with the analysis. These two eventually these should go together. Okay, then with the more extensive studies, then see if the experience is coming. The vacuum experience is coming. When that starts to come, then see if there's a physiological reaction coming, your bodily reactions coming, where you see the vacuum, then goosebumps come in the body, tingles and flow, just see this. So these are the processes. This is how we evolve. Are you ready? Bodhicitta. Bodhicitta, shall we do without instructions? Huh? Okay. With instructions. Okay, ready? Good. For this, we need to invoke the blessings of all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas, because that the Bodhicitta is extremely precious, and in fact, this thought is something which never came to your mind since innumerable lifetimes. Because this is a very new journey. New journey is so precious. This is the wisest thing to give you the ultimate freedom and ultimate joy. At the same time, wishing the best thing for all the demonstration base. This beautiful practice, amazing. Yet, there's something totally unknown to us. All these innumerable lifetimes, we seek the blessings, guidance, inspirations from all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas. Bodhisattva, particularly Bodhisattva, and His Holiness the Dalai Lama, today a living Buddha, out of whose feet you are getting instructions on the bodhicitta. We are very fortunate. Also remember all your dear messengers, including parents, children, family members, and every creature, the dogs here, insects, the spirits, hungry ghosts, hell beings, all the human beings, everywhere in the entire universe. And Although you may not feel this love and affection towards all the beings, but cognitively be sure that it is for these beings that one day I'll feel this over the what do you call it, soaring, what surges, the compassion will just so spontaneously surge for these beings. This will happen one day. With this confidence, we'll do the 4 principles. And these practices at times may seem so non-resonating with your innate thinking. Because of this, it is known as practice training. Eventually, to make it extremely beautiful, the mere thought of this should make you feel run to tears out of joy. It requires training. So what are you doing is a training. Okay. Immeasurable loving kindness. How good would it be that all my dear sentient beings are endowed with happiness and a cause of happiness. And a cause of happiness primarily consisting of the most beautiful mind of the bodhicitta, the desire to become Buddha for the benefit of dear sentient beings, and the most fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness. May all my dear sentient beings be endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. I will take the responsibility that all my dear sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the cause of happiness. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas witnessing their new making such a courageous commitment, like the mother after all these many years of raising her children with so much of hardship. Today, the eldest daughter just aged 12 and the eldest son aged 11 of them come to the mother, tell the mother, "Mother, please take rest. You have done everything for us. We're older, grown up. We'll take care of our siblings. And you've done everything for us. I can't imagine how much sacrifice you made for us. And we also love you so much. We'll take care of you." And the mother could not believe her eyes in years, with tears of joy running her cheeks. This is exactly what is happening to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas. They are so proud and happy to see that you make such a courageous commitment. And this happiness and pride invoke the omniscient minds to ascend for nectars of soothing lights towards you and all the sentient beings. Their mere touch of lights and nectars with the bodies beings yours instills in all happiness and causes happiness in the minds of dear sentient beings yourself. And you witnessing such a miraculous happening to us all as dear sentient beings, you're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sound the relief. Next, immeasurable compassion. How good would it be that all my dear sentient beings are freed from suffering and the cause of suffering. The cause of suffering primarily consists of self-grasping ignorance, complemented by self-centered attitude, give rise to all the grosser levels of the causes of miseries in the form of the inappropriate tension, afflictions, gross afflictions, and the contaminant karmas. May all my dear sentient beings be freed from suffering and the cause of suffering. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas witnessing that you're making such a courageous commitment, their intense happy and proud of you. This pride and happiness invoke their compassion omniscient minds to accept the nectars of soothing lights towards you and all sentient beings. The mere touch of lights and nectars with the bottle brings yours, washes of all the miseries and causes miseries from such beings yourself. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening to us all as human sentient beings. You're intense happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Immeasurable joy. How good would it be that all my human sentient beings are never separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they're endowed with. May all my dear sentient beings never be separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they're endowed with. I'll take the responsibility that all my dear sentient beings are never separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they're endowed with. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, witnessing that you're making such a courageous commitment, the intense happiness and proud for you. This pride and happiness invoke their compassion omniscient minds to the sevenfold. Nectar is very soothingness towards you and all ultimate sentient beings. The mere touch of light and nectar with the body's beings yours stabilizes the happiness and the causes happiness that the beings are endowed with. And you are witnessing such a miracle is happening to us all ultimate sentient beings. You're intense happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Immeasurable equanimity. How good would it be that all my sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. May all my dear sentient beings be freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others, and instead abide in the great state of equanimity, embracing all other dear sentient beings equally, leaving them aside. I'll take the responsibility that all my sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, witnessing that you're making such a courageous commitment, their intense happy and proud of you. This pride and happiness invoke their compassion omniscient minds to invoke the to send for nectars of very soothing lights towards you and ultimate sentient beings. The mere touch of lights and nectars with the bodies beings yours frees the beings from the biased attitude of excessive attachment of some and aversion towards others, and instead making them abide in the great state of equanimity, embracing all other demons and beings equally, leaving them aside. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening to us all our demons and beings. You are intense happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Underscore all the four immeasurables is unconditional love expressed to all dimension beings. Feel the love and affection. And imagine that you are looking at the eyes of each of the sentient beings with incredible love and affection, to the extent that each one of them feels themselves so special in your eye. And this unconditional love, this is the ground for us to generate bodhicitta and eventually experience the Dharmakaya, where you experience total fearlessness, be freed from the afflictive obscurations, thereby attaining fearlessness, being freed from the cognitive obscurations, thereby being freed from the fears of all the limitations, thus attaining the natural Dharmakaya, which is freed of the adventitious stains. And this is because of seeing the objective clear light through the lens of the subjective clear light, which will take us to experience the natural Dharmakaya, freed with respect to the freedom from the natural stain. Wow, that's amazing. So with this mind, with folded hands, let us make a Buddhist commitment 3 times for the benefit of dimension beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. Slowly transform this most beautiful mind of the Bodhicitta into a spotless and clean moon disk, 2 inches or 1.5 inches in diameter, horizontally sitting with a heart. Okay, this is amazing that we made such a courageous commitment to become Buddha for the benefit of human sentient beings. Meanwhile, don't forget that no matter how much you squeeze a handful of sand, no oil comes out. Yes, I understand it. I have a Buddha nature, the potential for the Buddhahood is within me. But how come that is not activated since time immemorial till now? Yes, that's true. It's all because that I'm being deceived by these 2 demons, self-grasping, ignorance, self-centered attitude. Today I'm disillusioned by that. What are you going to do? Yes, I'm going to do everything to exterminate these 2 demons. But it's got to do a very powerful remedy. What kind of remedy? The non-dual wisdom of the Arya Bodhisattvas. What is that like? Okay, let's quickly retrieve the experience of emptiness, which we meditated as the 3rd seal. Ready? Okay. Just think of yourself. Let us meditate emptiness of the self. How does this person who you identify as I appear to you? How does it appear to you? Like a dream that your mind is projecting it, or so objectified, solidified, they're nothing to do independent from my mind. Of course, in the second way, so objectified there. This belief is the self-grasping ignorance, and this is the root of all the problems. And how do you know that it does not exist that way? Okay, how do we evaluate this? Whether or not the self who identifies I exists objectively or not. Remember what Arya Nagarjuna taught. If the mirage were to be water, one of those flows by the mirage see water, which the Arya Nagarjuna taught in Precious Garland. With a similar token of reasoning, if this person who identifies I would exist objectively, why don't I see this person as I go closer to the object? Okay, now let us go closer to this self who identifies I, closer to this object. This is technically known as the subjective and the self-ultimate analysis. Subjective and self-ultimate analysis, whatever is not the self, you're only interested in this objective self, this I, and what if it's not this I? Just ignore. Okay, subjecting to self-analysis, we see thin layer of skin, behind that fatty tissues, behind that muscles, cartilages, the whole skeleton, the heart, the lungs, the liver, the pancreas, stomach, intestine, gallbladder. These solid parts of the body constitute the element earth. Or which the element earth? This self. None. The element water. 4 liters of blood which are pumped in and out by the heart to different parts of the body. Of course, that is not being identified for itself. Element of fire. 2006 joules in short, your body heat. Of course, that's not objective self. Element of air. 4.6 liters of air that you breathe in and out through your lungs to different parts of the body. Of course, that is not me. Element of space. 99.99% of a body is vacuum. But I'm a solid person. The space is vacuum in nature. Even that is also not me. What is left? Element consciousness or the mind. This person is a male or a female. And this mind does not have a gender. Gender is possible on the basis of the body. And also that people can see me, but they cannot see my mind. So therefore this mind is also not me. Yes. Now what are you saying? I'm just seeing the 6 elements. Where is the self? Which of the 6 elements is the self? None. Okay. If you understand this, you understand this second essential understanding. The emptiness of the objects being intrinsic one with its parts. Now see if it is different from the parts. Remove the 6 elements. What is there? Where is the self? Nothing is different from these 6 elements. Yes. You understood this. This is the third essential understanding. Emptiness of objects being different from its parts. These are only 2 possibilities for the self to exist objectively, and these 2 ruled out, or meant by default. It rules out the possibility for the self to exist objectively. Okay, now tell me, what are you seeing? I'm just seeing 6 elements. Where is this self who you identify as I existing so objectively? Where is it? I discovered there's nowhere to be seen. It is not there. It is empty. Such objective self is empty. Stay in 6 minutes for a while. This is not what you're inventing. This is what you're discovering. The Buddha discovered it 2,500 years ago, but it existed in this form. Emptiness of the self, being empty of objective reality since time immemorial. But for the first time on the planet Earth, the Buddha discovered it, and today you are discovering it. Yes, that's amazing. We can slowly transform this amazingly fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness into a spotless, clean, thumb-sized white vajra, vertically sitting on the multi-skilled heart. Okay. Now you have the blaze of the non-dual Bodhicittas. The moon is symbolic of the conventional Bodhicitta, which wishes to become Buddha for the benefit of human sentient beings. And this will guarantee that your self-centered attitude is going to be exterminated. And the Vajra is symbolic of the ultimate Bodhicitta, the non-dual wisdom of the Arya Bodhisattvas, which will guarantee that it'll eradicate all the mental defilements, all the advantageous mental defilements, be it afflictive or cognitive obscurations. Amazing. Thereby you're going to experience the fearlessness of nirvana and the infinite happiness of Buddhahood. Okay, this is amazing. Yes, but don't forget that your 2 parents, all of them members, including children, and all demonstration beings are there. They are suffering terribly, terribly. Yes, generate great, incredibly strong compassion towards them. And this compassion invokes the Vajramunit how to multiply infinite number of times. Share one set of Vajramunit, the heart of your mother, one set with your father at his heart, one set with each one of her members, one set with each of your family members, including children, each of the human beings, animals, insects, hungry ghosts, spirits, god and goddesses here in Thosamling in India, in your own country, in the entire world, in the entire Milky Way galaxy, in the entire universe. Now everyone has to share the voice of Moon, which you so kindly share. Include all the tiny insects, the tiniest of the creatures, to the biggest of creatures like the blue whales in the oceans, all these oceans. Tiniest of the insects to the biggest of the animals like the elephants in the wilderness. Everyone has a share of the first moon from you. That's amazing. Also, let's not forget that all Buddhist Bodhisattvas, they're watching us. Why not we request the Buddhist Bodhisattvas to be guests and the witness to our taking the aspiration Bodhisattva vow. So, as you gesture making the request, let us slowly stand up to make 3 prostrations, along with all the messenger beings to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas. Okay, on your right knees, and in the process of doing this, if you feel pain, please make sure that you take a seat. Sit in the most comfortable position. Okay, page 50. Okay, you know the meaning already, so no need to explain it further. So just visualize all Buddhist Bodhisattvas as you have requested to be the witness and the guest. They're like your two parents, or whatever they have to do. They leave behind whatever they have to do that day in order to give moral support to join the audience and wave their hands to you. And this is exactly what the Buddhist Bodhisattvas are doing today. They are just taking this as extremely important the moment, and they're so attentively paying attention to what you're doing here. And you although you as a very little girl, just age 4, little boy, at such a tender age, for the first time in your life, you're making a public appearance on behalf of your school. And then you, as a very responsible little girl, little boy, you bring along with you all your siblings. And this is exactly what you're doing here with all the demonstrations with your siblings. You're encouraging them to take their spirit Bodhisattva vow. And from today onwards, to close the door of samsara completely, to close the door of all the mental deformings, that the Dharmadhatu within us manifests fully. So with this in mind, imagine that you are the leading practice, and all the demonstrations being like your siblings, they're joining you as you inspired, and all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas watching us. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddhahood in my heart. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successfully train the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as previous Buddhists have generated the amount of bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the amount of bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of bodhicitta, and just as they successively dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices. Feel the joy of having received the esteemed Bodhisattva vow. Just feel this joy, and this is so precious, this is amazing. And just imagine that all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas, for the first time, all these lifetimes, for the first time, they feel so proud and happy about you, that you are like the mother after all these many years of receiving completion from the school principle. This is exactly what happened. All Buddhist Bodhisattvas see that we are doing good. We don't engage in any virtues, we only engage in doing negativities, thereby continuously suffer, being deprived of happiness. And today what you did, they're so proud and happy. You couldn't believe what is happening today. This pride and happiness of Buddhist Bodhisattvas invoke the Vajramon in a full-fledged form to multiply infinite number of times. Like rain shower, these replicas of Vajramon descend to merge with the one that visualizes the heart at your heart, thereby becoming non-dual, stabilized, and blessed. Likewise, all these replicas of the Vajramon from all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas, they descend to merge with the one that visualizes the heart of your mother, at the heart of your father, at the heart of each one of your family members, including children, and all the dear sentient beings, leaving that aside, thereby becoming non-dual, stabilized, and blessed. Wow, that's amazing. We are so happy, so proud of what you've done today, and of all the gifts that you can think of making to the sentient beings. There's nothing greater than this, and today you've gifted this gift. Present this gift to all the sentient beings, and of all the offerings, there's nothing better offering than this. And today you've made this offering to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas. And with what you do to your life, this is the greatest meaning. And today you have given such a meaning to your life. This is amazing. All these wonders happening because of the blessings of all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas. As a gesture making, as a gesture of thanking Buddhist Bodhisattvas, let us all stand up straight again once more, along with the sentient beings, to make 3 prostrations. Thank you. Occupation number 51. Wholeheartedly, let's make these prayers. Reflect on meanings. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious bodhicittas even at the cost of my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious bodhicittas even at the cost of my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious bodhicittas even at the cost of my life. In order to further increase this bodhicitta from now on, Those with discernment who have lucidly seized and awakened the mind of bodhicitta in this way should highly praise in the following manner. One fruit, having well obtained this human existence, I've been born in the family of the Buddha and am one Buddha's children. Thus, whatever actions I do from now on must be in accord with the family. Never shall it disgrace or pollute this noble and unsullied race. Just like a blind man discovering a jewel in a heap of rubbish, likewise by some coincidence an awakened mind has been born within me. It is the supreme ambrosia that overcomes the sovereignty of death. It is the inexhaustible treasure that eliminates all poverty in the world. It is the supreme medicine that quells the world's disease. It is the tree that shelters all beings wandering in the path of conditioned existence. It is the universal bridge that leads to freedom from unhappy states of birth. It is the adornment of the mind that dispels torment of disturbing conceptions. It is a great sun that finally removes the misty ignorance of the world. It is a quintessential butter from the churning to the middle of Dharma. Part of conditioned existence, who wish to experience the bounties of happiness, this will satisfy them with joy, and you should place them in supreme bliss. Today, in the presence of all the protectors, and by the world to be guests, at a festival of temporary and ultimate delight, may gods, demigods, and all be joyful. Okay, dedicating prayers. I dedicate the merit thus gathered to truest realization that is in the prayers of Buddhists and Bodhisattvas of 3 times, and to the pouring of the doctrine, scripture, and insight. May I in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the mind and vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect in the 2 stages. From my 2 collections, vast the space that I've amassed, from waking with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds space blinded by ignorance. Deyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha Tyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Disvaha Tyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. Okay, 3 precisions together.